90% of startups fail, but here's the thing. Most of them don't fail because the idea was bad. They fail because of avoidable mistakes. In this video, I'm breaking down why most businesses crash and how to make sure that yours doesn't. My name is Coriano. I went to business school, went to law school. I've been a lifelong entrepreneur, business consultant, business plan writer. I've written over 2,000 business plans. I formed over 500 LLCs and corporations for clients, helped them buy businesses, sell businesses, take businesses public. And in this video, I want to make sure I teach you how to avoid those costly mistakes and make sure that your business is built to win. So, reason number one why most businesses fail is they have the wrong mindset. This includes things like expecting overnight success, right? Businesses are not built overnight. A lot of people think they're just going to go start their business and the first customer is going to come right away. It doesn't happen. Another wrong mindset is the lack of resilience when things go wrong. You're going to hit roadblocks in your business. If you're not ready for that, you're going to have a tough time. Or imposter syndrome or perfectionism is stopping progress, right? So people think they're the next Steve Jobs or they want it absolutely perfect and it stops them from making any progress, right? So how do you avoid this? Well, embrace long-term thinking. Understand this is going to be a journey that's going to take a while. That'll help you stop from expecting this overnight success. Understand that success is built in iterations, not perfection. So I always use the example of Facebook. If you went to Facebook's website or Google's website on day one, it doesn't look anything like it looks now. As a matter of fact, when you download a Facebook app or an Instagram app, it says version 1.00.94 point, it's like version 1 billion, right? Because they iterate, they practice, they do it again and again and again and again. So if you focus on that in your business and understand, hey, this is just the first version of my website. Hey, this is just the first version of my graphic or logo, or this is just the first version of my business plan. It'll help because you'll understand you got to do it again and again and again, and you'll create practice. It'll make you better, and that practice and repetition creates progress. And then reframe failure as a feedback. So every time you fail in your business, you should be thinking, okay, what did I learn from that? Okay, I'm not going to do that again, and you can try again. Your mindset is either gas pedal or brake to your business. So you choose, right? A positive mindset makes all the difference, but that's one of the main reasons people fail in business. Number two, cash flow mismanagement. So this is when they spend too much time, too much on non-essential things like office space or branding, or not knowing their burn rate, which is how much they're actually spending every month, or not pricing high enough to cover cost, right? So ways to avoid this are track every dollar in and out, every single dollar. Keep your overhead low at the beginning and always lower than what you're spending, and set aside a cash cushion to make sure that you have enough to run out. Profit means nothing if you run out of cash first, right? So you can be super profitable, but if you ran out of cash on day 15, belly up you go. Okay. So reason number three that entrepreneurs fail, that most businesses fail, is that there's no clear customer focus. So they're creating a product that no one asked for, is an example of this, or they don't know their target customer, right? Or they're ignoring feedback. The customer's telling them, hey, we don't like this, or hey, we don't need this because of this. And they just ignore it and they think that their product or their service is the greatest, right? So how do you avoid this? Talk to potential customers before you build. Be obsessed with solving their problem and ask questions, listen, and then iterate. I wish I knew this when I first started. I made this mistake too when I first started, which is, you're good at something, a service, or you have a great idea for a product and you go out into the marketplace and try to sell it and nobody wants to buy it. The truth is the best businesses understand that they talk to their customer, they listen to their customer, or they're watching the market and they see the market say, man, I could really use this, or oh, I would give my left leg for this product or this service, or I could really use help here. And then they go in and they reverse engineer and make that product or service. Those are the most successful companies I've ever seen. Okay, so fall in love with the problem, not the product, right? Forget about your product, forget about your service, focus on the problem. So, for example, I write business plans. For the longest time, I thought I sold business plans. The truth is, what I'm solving for is that the entrepreneur needs to raise capital, or the entrepreneur needs to get an SBA loan, or the investor that the entrepreneur is talking to wants a business plan and they need it next week or they need it this week, right? That's the problem I'm solving for. Once I realized that I'm selling the solution to that problem, I started making more sales because I wasn't selling a business plan. By the way, once you realize you're solving for a problem, you can adjust your pricing too, right? Because how much should you pay for a business plan? And I'm just using that as an example because that's one of my lines of business, or an LLC, or marketing or content creation, right? But let's stick with a business plan. Well, for the longest time, I said, well, nobody would ever pay X amount. Well, if someone's going to get a $10 million investment, well, how much is the business plan worth? If someone's going to get a $100 million investment, how much is that business plan worth? You see, when you're solving for the problem, it reframes how much you can actually charge for your product or service. Okay, so that's reason number three that people fail is there's no clear customer focus. Number four, there's no marketing system. So people just rely on word of mouth or inconsistent content or outreach or not building a lead generation funnel. Okay, how do you avoid this? Build a simple system: website, lead magnet, email list, follow up, offer. Right? That could be a simple system. Or pick one or two platforms and show up consistently. So if you're on LinkedIn, post every day. Don't just post once a month and say, oh, it didn't work. Or post, once every day for 5 days and go, it didn't work. Every single day for as long as you're alive and your business is alive, you have to be consistent. And number three, focus on solving and storytelling. So focus on, the problem you're solving and telling the story around that, not selling your product, right? On social media, I see this all the time. Hey, I write business plans. Hey, I form LLCs. Hey, I do meal prep. Hey, I'm a gym coach. No one cares, right? What they care about is their problem. So as long as you're talking about their problem and you're storytelling and you're narrating how you've solved other people's problem, very similar to their problem, they're going to be intrigued. They're going to listen. So if people don't know you exist, they can't buy from you. I always say, your business is directly correlated. Your business success is directly correlated to how many people know about your business. So the more people that know about your business, the higher the chances of success for your business. Okay, so that's one of the biggest mistake. Reason number four is no marketing system in place. They're trying to market, but they don't have a system to continuously market. And if you've been in business a while, you know that marketing is one of those things that you're going to start and you're never going to stop. It's just going to keep going. You're going to have to keep doing it, and you're going to have to keep getting more efficient at it. Reason number five why entrepreneurs and business owners fail is the product or service doesn't evolve. So they are sticking to the same offer for too long, or refusing to pivot even when the market shifts, or ignoring competitors, right? All of these reasons can make your business fail. So how do you avoid this? Stay agile, test, tweak, improve, collect data from customers, and then act on it. And don't wait to pivot if something isn't working. If it's not working and you gave it ample time to try it out, pivot, move. You don't need to get it right the first time. You just have to be willing to adjust. There's plenty of big billion-dollar firms that started selling one thing and ended up selling something else. So don't be scared to pivot. The market will change. Your product or service should change along with the market. Reason number six is that they're trying to do everything alone. Okay, and I'm going to give you one more bonus tip after this, but solo burnout, no delegation, and trying to wear 10 hats forever is one of the fastest ways businesses fail. How do you avoid this? Start delegating the small tasks out. Invest in help, even part-time or outsource or contractors on Fiverr or freelancer.com can help you take workload off, and surround yourself with mentors or collaborators, or other successful people in your business arena that have done what you're trying to do before. They'll teach you how to get out of your own way and not do everything yourself. You can launch alone, but you can't scale without a team. Okay, so that's number six. And number seven, for why most businesses fail, people quit. That is the number one reason. So when you see that statistic that, oh my God, all these businesses fail, it's so scary. Most of those people just quit. It was too hard for them. They couldn't survive, the punches to the face. They couldn't put systems in place. They had bad guidance, and they just gave up. So I always say that not giving up is one of the surest ways to make sure that your business is a success. Okay. So again, a recap of why businesses fail. Mindset, number one, they don't have the right mindset. Get your mind right. Number two, cash flow, they're not tracking it. Number three, customer focus. They're building a product or service for themselves instead of a customer, right? Focus on a customer problem. Number four, marketing systems. They don't have a marketing system in place to make sure that they can continue marketing all the time. Adaptability, team building, and then not quitting, guys, not quitting. Don't quit. I guarantee your business is going to be successful eventually. Okay. Look, business is hard, but failing doesn't have to be your story. If you get the foundation right and stay willing to adapt, you're already 10 steps ahead of most. So comment down below one area of your working business that you're working on right now. One area of your business that you're working on right now. I read every single comment. And if you found this helpful, hit the like button, share it with somebody that you think it will be helpful for, hit that little bell for notifications. I put up a video every single week to help you launch and grow your business. And of course, if you need help with a business plan or strategy or any kind of marketing that's available on my website, hit me up on the link below, and I'll be back next week with another video.